Good morning and welcome again everyone. For today, we are going to use Google Form to create a digital escape room. Okay, so within this 1 hour, we are going to do that. So, and as well, I will assume that you have at least a basic knowledge of using Google Form because I'm not going to touch everything about Google Form. So now let's continue with the class. Okay, so for today, we are going to create a simple form, and then in that simple form, actually we are going to do response validation, which I'm going to show you. Okay, we are going to set up a response validation for these three type of question. Okay, these three type of question, which is short answer, paragraph, and also checkbox type. Because only these type of question we can set a response validation, and then we are going to use whatever answer, whatever option that you give to your respondent. We are going to use section to bring your audience who participate in your digital escape room. Okay, so then let's say if they choose option 1, you are going to bring them to a different section. If they choose B, you are going to bring them to section 3. Okay, I'm going to tell you more and show you more about section when we go through our session today. So first of all, of course, we are going to create our Google Form in our Drive. So I always suggest those who wants to create a new document, do it straight from your Drive, because later on it will be a lot easier for you to find your document. Okay, by doing so, it will be easier, lot easier for you to find the location of the desired file later on. Sorry. Okay, so now let's move on. So now from your Drive, click on the new button. Okay, from your Drive, click on the new button, and from there, just bring your cursor to more and then choose Google Form. Okay, when you click on Google Form, it will open up a new tab. Okay, it will open up a new tab, and it will show you this one, Untitled Form. Okay, it will open up the form in a new tab, which is for your new form. So here you can rename your form. Again, why is the first step is renaming your form? Because later on, when you want to find this particular form, it will be a lot easier for you. You know where's the location in your Drive. You know what is the name of the form. So later on, when you need this particular form, it will be a lot easier for you to find it. So now just click on the untitled form to rename. It doesn't matter if you click on the top or if you click for this side. Okay, it's either you click on this side or either you click on this part, untitled form. It doesn't matter. By doing so, clicking here or clicking here is to rename the file. So you don't have to worry. You can do either way. Just click on the untitled form to rename it. So next up, we are going to talk about creating your question. Okay, so on the bottom here, on the first part, here when you click on the untitled question is where you can click and start typing your question. Okay, here untitled question, just click and then you can start typing your questions. So here will be your question, and here will be the option that you want to give your respondent. Okay, what is the option 1, what is the option 2, and then this is the option that the respondent need to choose from here. And then if you wish to add more questions, so you can just click on the plus sign. Okay, on the right side here, you can see plus. Okay, this is for you to add another question to your form. By clicking on the plus sign, so now this is the first question. You are on the second section. Okay, so here you can start typing your second question, and then you can give them the options right here. So if you have more option, more question, again just click on the plus sign. So this is the type of answer. Okay, this is the type of answer option that you can give to your audience. So we have here short answer and also paragraph. This is if you want your respondent to type in something. Okay, if you want your respondent to type an answer, so you can use short answer and you can choose a paragraph. If you want your respondent to choose from a list, so you have multiple choice. Okay, multiple choice allow them to choose one option. And you have checkbox, so checkbox that can choose more than one option, so that they can just tick on more than one option. You also have drop down, so this one normally we use it for gender option, because they can only choose one. And we also have upload files. Okay, upload files allows our respondent to upload something into the Google Drive. So whatever file they upload in our Google form, it will be stored in our Google Drive. So means that if you need them to send you an image, so you can use this option, file upload. So then the respondent choose file upload, and then they just choose their file and upload it, and it will go to your drive. Okay, and then you also have linear scales, multiple choice grid, and also checkbox grid. So this is a choice from the grid. Okay, so you have these three. And you can also have select a date and time. So we have date and time. So this is for the user, for our respondent to choose a particular date, for our user to choose timing, so either AM, PM. Okay, so don't worry much about it. I will also show you later on as we go through our session today. So next up, I'm going to talk about title and also description. So if we click on the plus sign on our right, that one is to add question. Now, what happens if you choose add title and description? So the icon will be like that one. So when you click on that, add title and description, so means that it going to create a one section here. So for this part, it will not going to get any answer from the respondent. Means it's only text. Okay, for this section, the respondent will not be able to key in anything. It's only a display text. That's it. It's not going to take any answer from our respondent. It's just an empty plain text. So here you just key in your title and key in your description. And then this is how it's going to be for your respondent. It just text. They will not be able to key in anything on that part. So you can write down something, okay, title and also a description. So when you're creating your escape room, so this one is more likely if you are giving them a storyline. So you can use this add title and description. Okay, if you want to explain to them more, if you are talking about a clue for their answer, so we can use this title and description, because this is just we are just title, just text. We are not accepting any answer from our respondent. Okay, so we can use this title and description. So another one, if you want to give a hint, a storyline to your participant, to your respondent, you can also use this one, the one below add title and description. So you can see like an icon of an image. So this one we use to add an image. So when you click this one, click add image. Okay, so it will bring you to this part. Okay, so you can upload a file. You can upload a file straight from your computer, or if you want to turn on your camera, okay, turn on your camera. When you click on the camera, it will open up your camera and take photo. Or if you have any URL, you can choose by URL. If you click on photos, it will open up your Google Photos. So whatever photos that you have in your Google Photos, if you have that photos in your Google Photos, you can just go to photos and choose from there. And you can also have option from Google Drive. So if you click Google Drive, it will show you all the images that you have in your Google Drive. But here for my case, I'm going to show you, I'm just going to use three Google image search. So I just click on Google image search, and then from here you can just key in whatever things that you want to look for. Okay, so for example here I key in Malaysia because I'm looking for an image of Malaysia. So I just key in Malaysia, type enter, and then you can choose from all these images, you can choose any image, and then you can just click on the image and click insert. When you click insert, that's it, your image is going to be inside your form. Again, similar with add title and description, for add images, we are not accepting any answer from our respondent. This is only a display, totally a display. So here you can add image title, and you can also resize your image. Okay, you can also resize your image, and here you can just key in the image title. For example, here I key in Malaysia. So this is how it's going to looks like for our respondent, like I told you. So for the title, it will appear here, and then that's it. There will be an image. We are not accepting any answer from our respondent. If you click on add image, that's it. It's only image and title. Okay, so it will this box, this section is for add image. Another one, we can have a video in our Google form. Okay, so below the add image, we have add videos. Please bear in mind, the video here is only straight from YouTube. Okay, straight from YouTube video only. So if you click on add videos, so you can either search, or if you already have the URL, so you can just key in the URL. Okay, if you add video into your form, that's it. It's only a video from YouTube. So you can search, or if you already have the URL, you can just copy paste the URL. So for my case here, I'm just going to search for YouTube video. So here I'm searching for souls. So when I found the video, I just click on that video, and again here in this section, you just choose select. Okay, look for whatever video that you're looking for, and then choose the video and press select. And then the same thing with images, you can resize this, and here will be the title of the video. Okay, you can key in any title here. For example, here I key in Souls 247. Okay, so you can also resize the video. Okay, so now let's do that. So I'm going to create a new one, a new Google form. Again, I will highly suggest you to create the form in straight from your drive. Okay, straight from your drive, and then it's somewhere that will be easier for you to find it later on. So here I'm already in my drive. Go to new, bring your cursor to more, and then click on Google Form. So it will open up Google Form. So to give it a title, again, you can either click from here, untitled form on the top, or you can just rename it from this side. Okay, it's similar. So let's go here and sample. So when you click somewhere else, okay, so that's it. You already give your title, your form a name, which is sample. So I just click that one, and then it will be changed accordingly. So this is the title of my form. And then again, if you want to add more question, you just click on the plus sign. Okay, so just choose any type of question. So this one will be the questions that you want to ask. So this one, you give an option to your respondent. So I have option 1, I have option 2, option 3, for example. So let me just, and also you can rearrange your questions by, if you bring your cursor, you notice there will be like this 3 dot, this 6 dot on the top. Okay, so and also have a look at my cursor. Okay, so right now it's just a normal cursor. When I bring it here, okay, it allow me to drag my question. So let's say this is a question, okay, question 2, and then this is supposed to be question 1. Okay, to rearrange it is very simple. So you just bring your cursor and then click, don't let go, and then just drag it. Okay, so you can rearrange your question like any times that you want. If you mess up with the story flow, or you decided that it shouldn't be on the first question, it should be on the last question. So it's just a matter of drag and drop. So you just bring your cursor there until it changed to become like this one. So it will able you to move your question around. Okay, so you just bring it here and then just move your question like this one, and then now I'm going to bring it down. Okay, so that's about the questions, and now let's talk about the add title and description. So when you click add title and description, again for this part we are not going to accept any answer from our respondents. So this is basically if you want to give them an extra instruction for your escape room, or if you want to give them a story. So here will be the title, and here will be your description. Okay, here will be your description. So this is for add title and also description. So next up we have add image. So just click on add image. So it will open up your insert image option. So you can drag a file from your desktop. So in my case, I'm just going to use Google image search. Again, I'm going to search for Malaysia. Okay, let's do Malaysia flag then. Okay, so just look for the photos that you like. Let's say I'm going to take this one. Okay, just click on that image and then choose insert. Okay, and then you're going to have the image right here, and here will be the image title. So I'm going to put the title as Malaysia flag. Okay, so here, like I told you, you can resize your image. Okay, you can resize your image. So click on the image. So if you bring your cursor to the end, you see this end, 1, 2, at the corner. Okay, again, you will notice your cursor change. So from there, you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger. So now I'm going to make it bigger. So this is the max, I believe. Okay, so this is the max size. So I already make it bigger. So now we are going to add our videos. So again, for our add images, we are not going to accept any answer. It's just a display for our respondent. So if you go to add videos, okay, so if you already have the URL, you can just copy paste here. But if you don't, so you can use YouTube search. So now let's just try out with, I'm going to put Merdeka Malaysia. Let's see. Okay, so let's see, this is the one that I want. So I just click on that particular YouTube video that you want to use. Just click on that and then choose select. Okay, so this one you will have the video. So this is the video. So the same things with the image, you can resize it. So now I'm going to make it bigger. Okay, just drag, just bring your cursor to the corner so that you can control and make it smaller and make it bigger. So here the title, saya mana Malaysia. Okay, so now we already add images. This is for title and description. So this is a normal question. So now let's just preview it. So to preview, you just bring your cursor to the eyes on the top here. So you can see there's an eyes. This is for preview. When you click on that, it will open up a new tab. So this is how your respondent going to see how it's going to looks like when your respondents try to fill up the form. So this is the question. So they can choose. Okay, they can choose here whatever they want to choose, and then here the title and description again. So this is just a blank title and description. We are not accepting any answer from our respondent. So here's the image, okay, the image just now, and then here will be the title. So this is the YouTube video. Okay, this is the YouTube video, and here will be the title of the video. I just close this one. Okay, for add title and description, add images and add videos, is there any question so far? Is there something that you are not clear? Okay, just let me know if you have any question at all. Okay, if there's no question, then I will move on to the next one. So the next one, we are going to talk about validation. Okay, validation is where we can set up rules for our escape, digital escape rooms. Okay, so here validation, because of course when we want to create our digital escape room, we are expecting our user to read our hint, okay, to read our clues and be able to answer the question correctly. So here in validation, so the first one we are going to talk about required. If you notice, whenever you create a new question on the bottom, they have a required. So you can turn it on and you can turn it off. Required means if you turn it on, it's compulsory for the respondent to answer that question. If they didn't answer that question, they cannot submit the form. Okay, they cannot go to the next section. If you choose required, means it's compulsory for your respondent to answer that particular question. If they didn't answer that particular question, they will not be able to go to the next section or to submit your form. So required can be turned on and turned off. So here, okay, so here's your question. So this is the required button. Okay, so you by default it will be off, and then if you want to turn it on, you just click on that one, and then that's it, it will become required. So now if you go to your question, so it will show like this one, required with the asterisk. So this question is with the asterisk. Let's say I didn't answer this question, it will not let me submit my form. Okay. Okay, so for example here, if I try to submit, okay, it will just show me an error. This is a required question. Okay, if I didn't answer that particular question, I will not be able to submit my form. Next up, this is the one we are going to talk about our response validations. Okay, remember response validation is only available for 3: short answer, paragraph, and as well we have checkbox. Okay, only for these 3. So for these 3 type of question, if you go beside the required button, there will be like a 3 dot. Okay, 3 dot. This is for more option. You just click on that one. You have the option response validation. Again, I would like to remind you, it's only for 3 type of question, which is short answer, paragraph, and also checks boxes. Only these 3 type of question will have this response validation option. Okay, for response validation, for short answer, okay, you can set up number, text length, and regular expression. We are going to talk about more about this one. For paragraph, there's only 2, which is length and regular expression. For check boxes, it will be more simpler. Select at least one, select at most, select exactly. Okay, we just going just to give you a brief summary. So if you go, let's go with the checks boxes because it's a lot simpler. So if you set up response validation, select exactly. If you set up 2, okay, if you set up 2, means that for that particular question, it's the user, the respondent need to select at least 2 checks, at least 2 boxes. Okay, at least select exactly 2 boxes. If they choose more, they will receive an error message. If they choose less, they will receive an error message. So we also have a length how it's for the character. Okay, it's for the character length. It will count the character they key in for the short answer and also for the paragraph. How many character did they key in? Okay, you can set up that one as well. And we have regular expression. Regular expression, it's syntax, which I'm going to show you as well later on. So now let's move on with the short answer. So the first one, we are going to talk about the numbers. Okay, we can set up numbers. We can choose the type of rules. So if you go with numbers here, okay, if you go with numbers, you choose number, and then here, by default it will be greater than, but you have a lot of other options. Okay, let's say you are looking for, you already give them hint. Okay, you already give them hint. So that number, it should be greater than. Okay, you may proceed use greater than, or the number, it should be equal to. Okay, equal to. So you just click on equal to and then just key in the number. So you have greater than, or equal to, less than, or equal to, not equal to, between, not between, is between, and whole number. So this one is totally up to you. You are the one who creating the escape room. So let's say here, for the demonstration, I'm just going to show you number greater than 89. Okay, so for this side, you have custom error text. So you can just key in any error that you want to display. Let's say the for this short answer, okay, for this short answer, the number need to be greater than 89. If they give me a number below 89, it will prompt the respondent an error which is too low. Let's say here, if they key in 2, okay, if they key in 2, it will show them an answer too low. So let's just do it quickly. Okay, here I'm going to this one. Okay, this one I'm going to make it short answer now. So here, more respond validation. So here a number. So let's say I'm going to make it equals to 100. So custom error text, I will set wrong, try again. Okay. So now let's just preview this. Okay, preview this. So this one, okay, you need to fill it up. So let's say it's AWS. Okay, because this is not a number, so of course you're going to say wrong, try again. So if even I put 2, it will say wrong, try again. Now if I key in 100, so only it will not give me any error. It means that the number is correct. So again, it's totally up to you. You can set this one up. Okay, you are the one who create your escape room. So here, if you go to the response validation numbers, you can play around if you want them to give you the right answer based on your clues, or the answer, it should be greater than, less than, is totally up to you. So that is for number. So next, we are going to talk about text. So similar for text, you also have a lot of option here. If you go to the next option, you have content doesn't contain email address or URL. Let's say for this example, I choose email address. Okay, if this is a custom error text, okay, remember, so you just key in. So here I will say not a valid email address. So if someone try to key in a text which is not a valid email address, so this is the error I will give, not a valid email address. So they will not be able to submit. Let's go here and try this one out. I'm sorry, this one is display. If okay, this is the question, so I'm going to try this one, text, and then I will see I will see if that contains, okay, let's say if they choose red, it will say wrong. Okay, let's say if they choose red, it will say wrong. So now display, if I key in red, sorry, if I not key in red, if I key in blue. Okay, if I key in blue, it will say wrong because the answer that I'm searching for is red. Okay, so as you can see, if I key in red, there will be no error message. But then if I key in blue, okay, it will say wrong. All right, so this one is the one. So the text must contain red. Okay, else it will be wrong answer. So here you have an option doesn't contain, or if you choose email address like the one I show you, if they key in not a valid email address, they will show them an error as well. So that is for text. Next up we have length. Like I told you can set up the length of character. Okay, you can either choose the minimum or maximum character count. Okay, let's say if I put minimum character count 100, so means that they need to key in a minimum 100 character. Okay, means that they need to key in a minimum of 100 character. So here, for example, here I choose the minimum character count 100. If I key in my name is Katie is less than 100, it will give me an error. So let's say here. Okay, let's go with length. Maximum character count. Let's say I put 5. Too long. Okay, maximum character I will say 5. If it's more than 5, it will show an error too long. So now let's say here what and with 5. Okay, let's put Malaysia. Okay, so it will say too long. So this is for character count. Nope. For this character count, it's not case sensitive at all. So you don't have to worry about it. So for case sensitive, we are going to talk about syntax after this. Okay, you can set up for that one for case sensitive, but we're going to talk about it after this. So this is only for the length, which is the maximum and minimum of the character. So next up, regular expression. So this is where you are going to set up all your, if you need it to be capital, if you need to be in small letter, everything is in regular expression. So in regular expression, you have contain, doesn't contain, match, and doesn't match. So I'm going to share with you this link. So here is where you can get all this expression. I'm going to share with you on the text. Okay, there's a plenty of expression here you can choose from. Either it's you make it compulsory for them to key in a capital or in a small letter. Everything you can find it in this the syntax here. Okay. So now for my example here, I'm going to put a caret. Okay. You can find more about it in the link that I give you about the syntax to regular expression. But here, what am I doing here? So it must start with capital. Okay, I put the caret and then I put a bracket and then A to Z, a capital A to Z. So means that the first letter, it needs to start either A to Z in capital, must start in capital. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see it, but actually this is a caret. Okay, the caret symbol. And then if it's not start with capital, it will just say you it will just show you must start with a capital. So here in the link that I give you, syntax for regular expression, from there you can find a lot of instruction. Okay, a lot of example. Either you want it to start and end with a small letter. If you want to set up, it must be a digit. So everything is there. Okay, so here you can just try it out. So because you are the one who customize your escape room, so it's totally up to you. Okay, so you can find a lot of syntax here that you can use. Okay, if you just choose here regular expression, and then you can just contain, doesn't contain. Okay, let's say here content, I'm just going to put a caret. Okay, A to Z. Okay, so here, capital please. So here, when I open up my questions, hello. Okay, so here you can just choose. It must contain, doesn't contain much. It must matches the pattern. So as well for the pattern, everything here for regular expression, you can find it here in the syntax. Yeah. Hi, no, you don't have to download an apps. We are going to create one. Okay, we are going to create one and I'm going to show you how to do it. So everything we are only going to use our Google form. Okay, everything we are just need to use our Google form. Okay, so now let's move on. So for paragraph, if you choose response validation, there's only two options available, which is lang and regular expression. So I'm not going to repeat this. It's the same with the short answer. So for the lang, you can set up the minimum and maximum character count, and for regular expression, you can do it the same as you did in your short answer. And then the checkbox, like I told you, you have option to select at least. So if you set up the number 1, so the user must select at least one checkbox must be ticked. Okay, select at least. If you choose 1, that's mean that at least one boxes need to be ticked. Okay, if you choose select at most, if you choose, I think it will be easier if I do the demonstration for that one. Okay, so for this one, let's go with checkboxes. So here, response validation. Okay, so here, option 3. Let's say I have 3 options. Select at least one. Okay, if I choose select at least one, that's mean that the user need to choose at least one. It's okay for them to choose more than one. Okay, it's okay for them to choose more than one. Let's say select at least 2. Let me just easily preview to you. Select at least 2. So if I choose 1, it will just give me an error, must select at least 2 option. Okay, because I set up here, select at least 2. So now let's try it out for another one, which we have select at most. So let's choose 1. Okay, select at most 1. If they choose more than 1, at most 1, if they choose more than 1, it will give them an error, must select at most one option, because I'm currently selecting more than one. If you go here, select exactly, let's say select exactly, let's say 1 as well. So now let's just close this one first. Okay, select exactly 1 if we choose more than 1. Okay, they will show you must select exactly one option. So remember, response validation is only available for 3: short answer, paragraph, and checkboxes. For other type of question, it's not available. Let's close this one. So next up, section. So this is where we are actually going to bring our respondent, our user that play our Google Form as digital escape room. Okay, we are going to navigate them throughout our digital escape room. So let's just okay. So we can also use section to demonstrate a different stage of our program, of our digital escape room. So for this add section, it will be the last one on your right side. Okay, you have add question, you have the add title and description, add images, add video, and the bottom one will be add section. Click on add section. Just click on that one. And then it will become like this. As you can see, there's the first section, and then it will create the next section, the second section. Okay, why you want to this why you want to separate this section is because when they're answering this question, okay, when they're answering your first question, you can navigate them. So either they go to the second section, so which is this second section, section 2, or you are going to click submit form. Okay, if submit form means that they want to end it here. So if you have more than one section, of course, it will give you more options. So currently I only have 2 sections. That's why the option will always be continue to next section and submit form. So this one will always be there. Continue to next section and submit form. And depends on the total of your section. So it will show here, go to section 1, go to section 2, go to section 3. So to make it easier for you to see, here, I have multiple choice. If they choose this one, continue to the next section, it will bring my user to the section 2. If they choose go to section 1, it's actually going to bring them back to this question, which is section 1. If they choose go to section 2, so this part is actually the same with this one, continue to the next section. So it will go to the next section. And then they also have submit form. When you click more, go to section based on answer. Okay, for multiple choice, click more, go to section based on answer. You can set up, you can set it up. So let's try it out. I'm going to delete everything. Just it will be a lot easier. Okay, to explain you more about the section. So section. So this is the first section. So I'm going to add another section. Click this one, add section. So this is, I will say, section 2. And then going to add question, and I'm going to add another section, section 3. Okay, now I add question. So now I have 3 sections. So here you can see section 1 of 3. So here the number of total section that I have. So here in the multiple choice, let's go to more, go to section based on answer. So here you can choose. If they choose option 1, okay, if they choose option 1, let's say it will bring them to section 2. Okay, I will just do this, section 2. So here, you just choose. Okay, you just choose where you want to bring the your respondent. So go to section 2. So here, the second option, I will say section 3. So this one is depends. If let's say you create a question, okay, you create a question in your escape room, and then you are expecting the user to answer, this is the answer. Okay, let's say this is the answer, the correct answer. This is the wrong answer. Okay, this is the wrong answer. This is another wrong answer. Okay, so let's say if they choose the correct answer, they are going to go to the section 3. And if they said they choose the wrong answer, it will bring them to section 3. So this one, I'm going to delete this and add text. Just I'm going to write down try again. So this one, add text, correct. Okay. So if they choose answer, okay, it will bring them to section 2, which is going to display correct. If they choose wrong answer, they're going to be bring to section 3 immediately, which is this side. And at the end, okay, at the bottom of each section, okay, here, as you can see, after section 1, what should be done? After section 2, what should be done? After section 3, so okay, the last one, will be submitting the form. So let's say after section 2, I'm just going to click submit form, okay, because I don't want to bring them to show them try again. So it's automatically will skip section 3 and just going to submit the form. Let's try it out. Preview. Okay, if they choose answer, go to next, it will bring them to section 2, which is going to be correct. Will be display a text correct. And then they only have option to submit the form. If they choose wrong answer, if they choose wrong answer here, choose wrong answer on purpose. Okay, I choose here. Next. It will bring them to section 3. So here is where I told you you can navigate your participant who participate in your digital escape room. If they choose wrong answer, you're going to say try again. If they choose right answer, you're just going to say congratulations, let's move on to the next stage. Okay, so again, if you choose this one, wrong answer as well, go to next. It will bring them to section 3. So that is section. You can have as many sections that you want. Okay. So here, this is the one, just a text. That's how they're going to see it. So for section, is there any questions? So section is more easily if you want to navigate your story. If they answer it correctly, okay, they can move on to the next stage. If they answer it wrongly, you will say, please go back and try again. Okay, this is just an example because you want them to you want it to be interactive. Okay, you want it to be interactive. So if they choose wrong, you will display some images. Okay, let's say you want to display some images. Sorry, try again. If they answer it correctly, you want to also add images and say congratulations, you have completed something. Okay, for example. So that is about section. Now about sharing the form. Oh, sorry. Just go back here. Sharing the form. So for Google Form, there's two ways of sharing it. You can share it with a collaborator and you can share it with the respondent, the one that you're accepting. You want them to answer the form. So this one is if you want to share it with the respondent, you are accepting, you want them to fill up the form. Okay, you need to click on the send button on the top. You can send it via email. Okay, just key in their email address and click send. You can also share the link. Okay, when you choose that one link beside the email icon, here you can just copy paste it somewhere. Okay, you just can copy paste the link to the form somewhere. So anyone who has the link can just go into the link and fill up the form. And the last one, you have embed HTML. This is for those who have a website on your own. You can copy paste the HTML from embed HTML. Okay, it will be the last option with sharing with others. And like I told you, you have two ways. Add collaborators means that you are giving access to that collaborators to edit the form. Okay, the collaborators is the one who has the power to edit your form and help you out with your form. So to add collaborators, it's not the send button, but it will be the three dot beside the send button. Okay, the three dot for more. Click on the three dot and then you have add collaborators. Okay, add collaborators. So this is the one that you are giving access to your colleague, to your friend to edit the form. Okay. Add collaborators. So here you just click and key in their email address. Okay. For Google Form, there's only one access, which is edit access. If you're familiar with other product, you have view, you have comment, and you have editor. But for Google Form, there's only will be one option when you add collaborators, which is edit. Okay, there will be one only which is edit. So you just key in their email address there, and then that's it. You just send the invitation, means that your colleague will be able to edit the form together with you. Okay, is there any questions so far? We already reached to the end of our session. So is there any question that I can help you with? So if there any part that you are unsure, unclear, that you want me to review it again together with you, is there any questions? If you have any question, feel free to ask me. If there's no question, then I will just end the session. Thank you again very much for joining our class. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the session.